How are you?
Hey. I'm not going to the guards. Bosco, you think a late payment would be a problem? What do you think would happen to an informer?
Fidel will be discreet. The guards know a lot more about money lenders than you do.
Yeah, well, the guards also dragged me through a court case for something that I didn't do, so I will be staying well clear of them.
If that's from Sri Lanka and they hang up, don't call back. I got caught twice.
It's not from Sri Lanka.
Was that him?
Yep.
Was that wise?
Look, I'm late with the payment. I don't need me airbend.
Are you mad?
All that happens is the interest builds up. Like, it's hardly going to matter when I sell the house.
And when will that be?
Well, I mean, that's why I got to look after the builder.
And I just go mental in the meantime. Is that the plan? You know I nearly went for Damien.
Well, it's a pity you didn't. Give him a taste of his own medicine. I mean it. Here, you want to worry about someone getting violent?
Are you going to talk to the guards or not?
You know what? Yes, I am. Guard, have you got a second?
Sure.
You don't mind if we use your office, do you?
Walk away.
Bloody Sri Lanka.
Seems to be some problem with your phone. I hope you get it fixed before anything bad happens. Yes?
I'm not listening to your poxy phone call.
You all right?
Who died?
It's the only suit I have. Maybe I should have checked the helping hand.
No, you don't go to a business meeting in a cast-off. Anyway, black is good new.
Go on, Dean. Give her a trail there. You know she's dying for it.
Ignore that shrew. Do you have your pitch down?
Yeah, been practicing all morning.
Remember, you're not looking for a favour. The bank wants to make money off you, and they won't get that by saying no. So if you look like a good bet, they'll row in.
Hope so.
No nerves. You know what you're doing.
Thanks, Chair. I'll let you know how I get on.
Now you can give us that twirl.
Get this loan, you'll be getting a lot more than that. Go on.
Oh, have you no shame?
It's a bit of flirting. Keeps the blood flowing.
Not that. Talking 'em up like that. Hot pots on sea.
What's wrong with it? I think you'll do very well.
Well, I've been to the seaside, and I didn't see any shortage of chippers.
You're a small person, aren't you? You've had everything handed to you. You can't imagine anyone lifting themselves up.
I have worked for everything I have.
No, you didn't. You married Billy Meehan and you cashed in when someone finally croaked him. You might not like how I make a living, but I built that business up alone. I didn't need a man, because that's what it comes down to. We both grew up in the same gutter, watched the same thugs making money, but you thought, who do I have to shack up with? And I thought, how do I win? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Is that the advice you're giving Dean?
Dean's got a good proposal. He knows what he's doing.
See, I don't think he does. I think you're sending him in there with nothing. And when the banks say no, which they will, he can come to you for a loan. He might even think it's his own idea.
I'm helping a friend.
Dean's not your friend. He's a mark. At least be honest about it.
I've had enough of this.
What's your interest rate these days, huh? 3%? A broken arm?
3.5. And ribs are better. People need their arms to keep earning. There's anything else I can help you with?
Damien helping? I thought I saw you come in.
What's going on? Is Mairead okay? Is it Saoirse?
Everyone's fine. There's no emergency. I just want to have a quick word with you. Is there somewhere private we can talk?
Yeah, this is private enough. Oh, she's a friend. I mean, whatever it is, I'll tell her anyway.
I've had a complaint about your behaviour.
My behaviour?
Don't play innocent. I didn't roll out of Templemore yesterday.
I'm sure you're the second Columbo, but I've no idea what you're talking about.
Does Will Casey ring a bell?
Of course it was him. All right, what has that head case been saying now?
I know you two have history. It's time to get over it. And I'm not going to stand for any threats or intimidation.
I'm pretty certain Damien didn't threaten him. He's just trying to make trouble.
Can you describe what did happen?
I know what Will Casey is like.
Did you witness the incident or not?
No.
It's true. I didn't threaten him.
He says he felt intimidated.
It didn't happen.
You did speak to him.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke.
Were you angry? You're his ex-wife's husband. Would it do any harm to steer clear of him for a bit? And I can buy a Danish in peace?
Yeah, this is what he does. Every time.
Maybe he is stirring. Maybe you came off a bit tougher than you meant to.
It's Bosco Walsh you should be worried about.
It was Bosco who encouraged Will to talk to me.
What?
Anna, that's crazy.
I'm sure it's going to be fine. Just watch how you're coming across, okay?
He's been working on Bosco. I'll kill him.
Don't say that.
No, I can't do this again, Dolores. I mean it.
Here, will you have a word with Dervla?
I already talked to her.
So you know I did a half shift and she won't pay me?
You let her down.
I did half the work. I want half the money. It's not my fault I had to leave.
Oh, whose fault is it?
I'm not arguing with you. I just want my money.
Did you even apologise to her?
Apologise? If I was in a union, there'd be pickets.
You let her down. She has every right to be annoyed with you.
Here, you're the one who told me to stick up for myself. Don't take any crap from the bosses. See, it doesn't deploy once your daughters are involved.
You took on a job.
This is wage theft.
You took on a job and you walked out in the middle of it like you always do. And then you come whining to me. When are you going to grow up?
Oh, here we go. Tommy Dillon plays the hits.
You know, I expected more of you. I wish I could remember why.
Well,
No go. I think I'm spreading myself too thin.
so take someone on.
Obviously, I'm going to take someone on. I can't drive two vans at once, can I? Sorry. Still a bit annoyed.
It's okay. As long as you take it out on me, not the bank manager.
Wasn't the manager, though. Guy looked like a junior cert. Treated me like a moron. He asked me what vegan options I was proposing, then explained to me what a vegan was. I'm a trained chef.
I wish I could help you.
Me too. They think I need a business manager, someone loaded. I told him, I said, that's what I need you guys for.
Yes, I'll get the coffees.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheer you up. Yeah.
Here, one sec.
Now, you do look like a funeral.
Thanks for all your help. At least I gave him my best shot.
It's only one bank. Well, don't give up.
He's right. Why don't I go through the proposal with you again? I'll show you my Gantt charts for McCoy's. I can do you a SWOT analysis.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Come on, Dean. Even I know what a Gantt chart is.
I'm sorry, I'm not a nerd.
Come on, I'll show you. If Leo can do it, anyone can.
Funny woman.
Here, do you mind if we do that coffee again? This might be useful.
Sure, yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
What was that about?
Don't worry. It's just business. He needs a loan.
From her?
No, from the bank. She's trying to give him some help with it.
Just hope that's all it is.
He's not sleeping with Jerry.
I'm not talking about that.
Well, what then?
So I wouldn't go into business with her, that's all.
Why not?
Nothing.
Carol, why wouldn't you go into business with Jerry?
She annoys me, that's all.
It's more than that. Dean is family. Tell me what you mean.
You must have heard the rumours. Jer's a loan shark. If he takes money from her, he'll end up in traction.
Can I get a pack of AA batteries, please?
You look like a rock fan. Have you any interest in the bash for Philo on Saturday?
No.
Don't worry, I'm not asking you out. I have a friend who has a ticket she can't use.
Can I just have the batteries?
Hey, lads.
Hey. What should I do now?
Oh, who cares? It's Damien. Can I borrow an envelope?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You listen to Padalma, but not me. I should be insulted, but I'm too relieved.
How do you mean?
Keeping up your payments.
No, you can look if you want. Check isn't for the loan. It's for the builder. Look, the loan is dead money, Pascal. If I keep throwing them spare tenors, I'm going to be on the hook forever.
It's not spare tenors. You give them what they ask for, otherwise you're in danger, and so am I.
Look, when I sell the house, I'm just going to pay the whole thing off in one go. Interest and everything.
Assuming the buyer doesn't walk. I know I would, the amount of delays you've had.
Look, no buyer's going to walk in this market.
And what if they do? Then you're back to the start again. Viewings, paperwork, solicitors. You could be looking at the middle of next year.
What, longer than that if I don't have a boiler?
And meanwhile, your loan shark's at home hammering nails into a baseball bat.
Bosco, it's not Al Capone, right? I took a short-term loan, a high interest, and I'm deferring one payment. Right? There's no guns. There's no baseball bats. Nobody's getting nailed to the pool table. It's a business arrangement. So all that's going to happen is the interest gets added to the principal, and I'll probably get a 10-minute lecture on meet me commitments.
The Cray twins were famous for their 10-minute lectures. They had the whole East End of London taking notes.
Bosco, I owe money to two people, right? One of whom can walk away and leave my house half finished. So that is the one that I keep sweet. I promise you, it all makes sense.
And when they fish me out the canal, that's what they can write on my gravestone. It all makes sense to Will.
Look, do you need me to explain it all again?
Just go. I don't want to look at you.
Hey.
Hey.
So, how was she?
Who?
Jer! Did she give you good advice?
That was brilliant. Yeah. Apparently cooking with insects is the next big thing. She gave me a lovely recipe with grasshoppers and honey, which I'm actually going to try later if I can catch enough of them.
Look, I'm serious. What happened?
We had a look through the plan. She actually agrees with the bank that I need an outside investor, ideally somebody that's already in catering, so we can make bulk savings.
Don't tell me. Paul Brennan.
It's Jer. She wants to invest.
Don't do it.
She's willing to put up 40 grand. I said I'd think about it, but I'd be mad not to.
I mean it, Dean. Do not take a loan off that woman.
It's not a loan, it's an investment.
Yes, of money which you're going to have to pay back with interest.
Okay, so it's a loan. Look, I'm sorry she wouldn't date you, Dad, but money is money. Plus, she knows the business. She's a bit of crack. She's pretty much the opposite of Paul Brennan.
She's a loan shark.
Don't be an idiot. It's a simple investment.
It's not a metaphor. She's a gangster. Ask Carol.
No, man.
Don't tell me you've never seen anybody rough hanging around McCoy's.
A few special branches. Oh.
You do not want to be in business with her. And Dean.
Yeah?
Break it gently.
I don't know whether I should have been harder on him.
Sounds like you gave him a jolt. No kid wants to disappoint their dad.
Yeah, it's not just today. After 3 daughters, I thought, well, thank God, at last I know what I'm doing. Maybe I should have had more rules. Made them see things through instead of walking away when they got tricky.
It's working for family. People let themselves away with stuff.
I didn't.
It's different times. I like Zach, that's all. And Olivia is mad about him.
Yeah. All through the lockdowns, I was worried, you know. Can't do that to a young fella. Shut the world off for a year and a half, you know. As soon as things look normal, they'll all go nuts.
If this is Zach going nuts, you got off lightly.
Well, that's what he's like with me. I don't know what he's doing when I'm not there.
What is he worried about? Drugs?
What else? A lot of temptations out there weren't around when I was a young lad.
You were on a farm in like 1950. Zach grew up in a different world. He knows how to say no.
Yeah. And he trusts people.
What a monster.
You know what I mean. You know, people take advantage.
Look, I know all about kids in trouble. I grew up with them. And that's not Zach.
Are you sure?
Do you think you wouldn't notice if he had a drug problem? They don't hide it, you know. Anyway, he's not the type.
No, Dervla wasn't the type. She went to Canada, took everything going.
She was on her own in a foreign country. Zach has you.
Maybe you're right.
How are you? Charming.
You're lucky you didn't get a smack in the mouth for your trouble.
Dome pouring you, 2011. I know it's extravagant, but we put it on expenses.
Ah, Jared, that's too much.
It's a bottle of cava from Lidl. Anyway, it's open now. I get the feeling we're not celebrating.
I've thought about your offer. It's very decent of you, and I'm sure you'd be lovely to work with.
But
I'm not taking on a partner. It's not why I got into this.
well, I told you I'm not very hands-on. Once the business is ticking over, that's all I want to know.
It's not that. It's not how I work.
It's not me, it's you.
I know what level I'm at. And yeah, there's probably things I could make more money doing. But I just don't want to feel responsible to somebody else. Like anybody. I'd start feeling trapped, and then the next thing you know, I'm joining the Navy, or I'm leaving the Navy, and I'm taking up boxing. At this stage of my life, I know what I am. And this isn't right for me. You're not saying it.
I'm not used to men saying no.
I can imagine.
You keep your imagination to yourself. And drink up. We have a whole bottle of that to get through.
Did you post that check?
Yep. Posted it and then rang him to tell him it was on its way.
You're going to call him back and tell him you made a mistake. Then you're going to call the bank and tell them to cancel the check. You're going to pay your loan shark first.
Look, I'm not getting into this again. If you want me to move out, I'll just find somewhere else.
I'm the only fool in Carrigstown who'll put up with you.
I know.
What did Fidelma say? Surely she doesn't want you taking risks.
Well, it didn't come up.
So she thinks your pain is normal?
We didn't really talk about the loan. We got kind of sidetracked. Got on to Damien. I told her how he was acting erratic again.
You think Damien is acting up? You're all over the place, Will. If I didn't know you, I'd say you were cracked. Do you want to see some of the research I found? Kids running drugs because their mas owe money. You have a prescription pad, don't you? That'd be some asset.
No, my guy's nothing to do with drugs.
He's not your guy, Will. You're a commodity. They sell their debts.
Well, you really have been hitting the internet.
If you'd have done some research, you wouldn't be in this mess.
It's a temporary fix, that's all.
You don't know who's going to own you tomorrow or what they're going to want. Might not be money. That's just what you need. More trouble at work.
Yeah, Dolores would love that.
Ring the builder and tell him not to cash the cheque yet. They're used to that. Go now. Pay what you owe.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
What you doing?
Drinking half a pint, like a hobo.
I'll not go back. I'm meeting a bunch of bimmers on Mead Street. There's a drummer on the bounce.
There's a what?
She just broke up with her boyfriend. Might get lucky.
Great. I can wave an empty glass at her. Dorville won't pay me.
I can sort you.
I can't keep leaning on you.
Yeah, you can. What's with the mood?
Dad's on my case. I should probably skip the night out anyway.
Suit yourself.
Or I could go. You sure you don't mind subbing me?
I said it, didn't I?
Drinking on antibiotics? That's not good.
As if I take medical advice from you.
You know, I thought your type had a code. Like you wouldn't inform on someone.
My type? What is my type exactly?
Oh, you know. Salt of the earth, horses in the hallways, cigarette lighters, 5 for €1.
You're losing it.
And of course, Erica never made a mistake.
I'm a nail technician. My mistakes don't kill people.
You're not helping yourself.
Yeah, you're in my light.
What'll you do? Tell the guards? When are you going to leave him alone?
When he stops spreading slander about me.
It's not slander if it's true. You are a thug and a bully.
Look, I know you and Damien have your little mother-son thing going on, and it's very cute. But in the interest of us working together, maybe you could keep your nose out of my business.
I don't think we'll be working together for too much longer.
A good girlfriend to settle him down.
Believe me, they've tried.
Is anyone trying now?
I'm trying to find out if I have grounds to fire you. Are you going to cooperate or not?
No.
Then you can collect your things tomorrow.
Speaking of paying debts,
Yeah.
do you have any idea when I can get that money you owe me?
So you're going to get a couple of glasses, or are we just going to swig it out of a bottle?
Maybe we should take it inside.
No, don't like the crowd.
I know somewhere there won't be a crowd.